Hey everyone, today we are going to be getting into more Disneyland ride secrets. So I'm going to tell you 22 ride secrets about Disneyland. So the first secret of Disneyland is It's a Small World is one of the longest rides in the park. So at Disneyland, at almost 15 minutes, It's a Small World is one of Disneyland's longest attractions, and it's all indoors. The second secret, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is inspired by a U.S. national park. Riding on one of Disneyland's most exhilarating attractions, Big Thunder Mountain, you'll notice some unique rock spires. And these unique rock spires were inspired by the Hoodos of Bryce Canyon National Park in Utah. The tallest spire on the attraction reaches 104 feet. Third secret, Davy Crockett's Explorer Canoes is the only attraction operated by manpower. Fun fact before we move on, Davy Crockett opened in 1971 with the Magic Kingdom, but it lasted until 1994 when the ride closed. But it still operates at Disneyland today. So the fourth secret is, on Davy Crockett's Explorer Canoes, guests have to work for their fun. Although the cast members on board are able to row, steer the canoes on their own, riders can help them make their way around the rivers of America. Fifth secret, the Disneyland Railroad passes by a Grand Canyon diorama. So the Disneyland Railroad makes a few stops on its route along the barrier of the park. Riding along the stretch from Tomorrowland to Main Street, look out for the giant Grand Canyon diorama, which is over 300 feet long and 30 feet tall. I believe that's the sixth secret. The seventh secret, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln had one of the most advanced animatronics ever in 1964. So Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln was originally designed for the 1964 New York World's Fair, where countries from around the world can display their latest achievements in a variety of segments, including science, industry, and culture. And the audio animatronic president, Abraham Lincoln, was one of the most advanced figures ever created at the time, and the former president was actually a personal favorite of Walt Disney. Secret number 8 or 7. The King Arthur Carousel has nearly 70 unique horses. So the classic carousel, located right in the heart of Fantasyland, hosts 68 unique horses to choose from. And during the 50th anniversary of Disneyland, Jingle, the horse named for the bells around its neck and sides, were dedicated to actress Julie Andrews. Next secret, the Grizzly River Run inspiration from real places in California. So this is a raft attraction, and this is the secret. The raft attraction features drops and splashes throughout the ride, but in the queue, guests will notice some fun nods to California. Some of the surviving buildings from old mines in Grass Valley, Sierra City, and Placerville were all studied by Walt Disney Imagineering to create an authentically Californian look. Next secret, we head over to California Adventure. The Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout over in Disney's California Adventure is like a brand new ride every time. And with this ride, riders can experience up to 6 different ride sequences on Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, each of which has its own synchronized song, including Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar, Give Me Up the Funk by Parliament, I Want You Back by the Jackson 5. Guardians of the Galaxy Missing Breakout replaced the beloved Tower of Terror back in 2017, and with the change of theme came a change of intended emotions. Instead of feeling fear during the ride's iconic drops, Imagineers sought to inspire laughter and giddiness. So, the next secret is about the Haunted Mansion. And the Haunted Mansion has a holiday overlay, another fact about Disneyland. So this is another secret. Imagineer Leota Thomas is the original face of Madame Leota on the attraction. But when the attraction is turned into Haunted Mansion Holiday, Madame Leota's incarnation is actually Imagineer Kim Irvin, the daughter of Leota Toombs. Next secret. The Incredicoaster is both the longest and fastest roller coaster at Disney's California Adventure Park. So the Incredicoaster, which can be found at Pixar Pier inside Disney's California Adventure Park, is the fastest attraction at the resort at 55 miles per hour. It's also the longest thrill ride on the pier with over a mile of track to cover. So that's at Disney's California Adventure. Next secret takes us to Disneyland. Indiana Jones Adventure features a fun interactive game in the queue. When you enter the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, guests will find mirror glyphs. These original symbols can be translated to find out what lies ahead, and may even give a bit of warning to people waiting in line. The glyphs are based on the English alphabet and can be translated through the Play Disney Parks app. So, you can actually get a card. Today you can't find a card, but they used to have these gold cards, and if you ask a cast member at the ride, they'll be happy to give you a card. So you can translate the words in the queue. Next secret. Oh, this one's a good one. Walt Disney originally planned to have real animals in the African section of the Jungle Cruise. So, while researching how to put real animals into the ride, Imagineers decided that they would be too unpredictable. Instead, Disney built animatronic animals for the attraction that we know today. Next secret. The Mark Twain Riverboat was once considered to be a top-tier attraction. So when Disneyland opened on July 17, 1955, when Walt Disney said his opening ceremony, the Mark Twain Riverboat was considered a top-of-the-line attraction. In the park's early years, guests had to buy entry ticket books that limited the number of top-tier attractions they could experience. Each attraction was based on an A3 scale, with E being the top rides at the park. When the E-ticket was introduced in 1959, Mark Twain Riverboat was one of the 11 attractions on the list. So, fun fact about the ticket books, they used to hand out ticket books, but now they don't do that anymore. Now they don't hand out the ticket books. But you can still find a number of these booths that handed out the tickets throughout Disneyland. So the next time you enter Disneyland, be on the lookout for these ticket booths. Next secret. The Matterhorn bobsleds is a scale model of the actual Matterhorn mountain in the Alps. So since 1959, the Matterhorn has been the highest point inside Disneyland Park at 147 feet. The mountain was built to a 1/100th scale of the actual Matterhorn mountain, which stands at 14,700 feet. This one is about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It opened in 2019 at both Disneyland and Disney World. You can go to the Galaxy's Edge now, because it's both open, but this secret is about Galaxy's Edge. So the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run features a full-size Millennium Falcon outside the queue. So when you enter the queue for Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, you'll pass a full-size Millennium Falcon. This rendering is the first full-size Millennium Falcon ever built, shortly followed by its counterpart at Walt Disney World Resort, which opened in August. Disneyland, I believe, opened on March or May 30th or 31st. Guests can enter the SIP from the same starboard airlock used by fan favorite characters Han Solo and Chewbacca on their way to ride. Oh, this one's a good one. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride features a family crest that warns guests who are about to ride. So, fun fact about this ride, Mr. Toad opened with Magic Kingdom in 1971 when it opened. It went on until September of 1998, and the ride closed in September of 1998, and it was replaced with the Winnie the Pooh attraction in June of 1999, but he wasn't evicted from his ride. There's still references that you can find when you exit the Haunted Mansion ride at the Magic Kingdom, not Disneyland. Look to the center of the Pet Cemetery, and you'll find the Mr. Toad statue. There is nothing on the actual stone. Next hidden extinct secret about Mr. Toad at Magic Kingdom. Go on the Winnie the Pooh ride. If you see, as soon as you enter Al's room, look to your left right away, and you will find pictures to the left as soon as you enter of Mr. Toad handing the deed of the property over to Al. And the next hidden secret, you have to look at the bottom on the floor next to the chair, and that depicts Molly moving out, making way for Winnie the Pooh. So this is a secret of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride at Disneyland. You'll see Mr. Toad's family crest on the outside of the building that houses Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It reads Todi Alcono Super Bursa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. In Latin, which roughly translates to the accuracy of Toad is always absurd. The Magic Kingdom had 2 separate tracks of this attraction when it closed in 1998. It still remains at Disneyland today. So the next secret is Pirates of the Caribbean was the last ride supervised by Walt Disney. So Pirates of the Caribbean was the last Disneyland attraction Walt Disney personally oversaw before he died in 1996. And the ride opened with Disneyland on March 18, 1967. And in 2006, the attraction went through a heavy refurbishment that sought to bring the ride into the 21st century. The renovation introduced the beloved character Captain Jack Sparrow from the movie franchise and reimagined the controversial bride auction scene. If you're a fan of cars, I would highly suggest you go on Radiator Springs because that's our next secret. Radiator Springs Racers is one of the largest rides in Disneyland based on a creeds. So the largest attraction by a creeds at the Disneyland Resort is Radiator Springs Racers, covering 6 acres of the park. The background of the attraction is catalytic rains, which is made up of catalytic tail fins from 1957, 1958, 1959, 1960, 1961, and 1962. This is sad, but I mean, this was a Splash Mountain secret. But fun fact, Splash Mountain is closing. It's very, very sad for people who love Splash Mountain. But it's closing to be reimagined into a Princess and the Frog attraction. I believe it's both at Disneyland or and Walt Disney World, but I'm not sure if I'm right on that. Because according to the Walt Disney World News today, it says Disneyland or Walt Disney World. But they say it's both. So, Splash Mountain used recycled animatronics from an old Disney attraction. So, guests who have been visiting Disney parks for a while might recognize some of the characters in the final scene of Splash Mountain because the ride's closing. These characters including 3 alligators, 3 frogs, and a raccoon referred to as the Swamp Boys originally made their Disneyland depot in the So America Sings, which was located in Tomorrowland from 1974 to 1988. However, this month, both Disneyland and Disney World announced that they will be retheming Splash Mountain into a Princess and the Frog attraction. I already went over that. Next secret, Star Tours The Adventures Continue features different locations on every ride. When guests ride Star Tours The Adventures Continue, they could be taken to new locations from Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, along with traditional locations like Coruscant. If you end up traveling to Coruscant, be on the lookout for 2 hidden Mickeys between lightspeed jumps. The first on the flashing lights at the spaceport, and the second is on a back window when you are returning home. Next secret, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room used to have its own special ticket. So this is actually true. When Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room opened at Disneyland in 1963, guests could not use a ticket from their entry booklet to get in. Attraction had special tickets priced at just 75 cents. Or if you look at that in today's money, it would probably be a lot more than it would be back then. Next secret. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance features some original cast members and a room filled with 50 First Order stormtroopers. So, throughout Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, guests are greeted by characters like Rey, Finn, Kylo Ren, General Hux, and Poe Dameron, all of who are played by the original actors from the current Star Wars trilogy. Between these character sightings, the ride takes guests to the hangar bay of a Star Destroyer, where they will find 50 First Order stormtroopers, some of which are animatronics. So there you go. There is your 22 Disneyland ride secrets. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I enjoy making it. So bye-bye.